So let's go ahead and find our way to our mat. If you have a blanket, as always, I'd love to have our blankets. Bring your blanket here and let's find our seat on top of the blanket. Not centered today. I might move my screen over a little bit. All right. So let's just bring our seat on top of that blanket and then just move our fluff out from underneath us. And then just do a little rocking to kind of let your body land, let your seat land. Maybe go side to side and then a little forward and back a little bit. And then if it feels okay, let's switch our cross. Let's put that non-dominant leg in front because we always have that dominant leg that goes in front. And then whatever feels right for your hands. I'm going to give you guys a mudra today, but you can do whatever feels right. If you feel like just turning the palms down to ground you here, or maybe turn the palms up to receive, that's good too. But we're going to do that chin mudra, that kind of like okay sign with the thumb touching the index finger, the tip of the index finger. And then just let the rest of the fingers fall open. So that is just our mudra for uniting us all, connecting us all, and just breathing in this oneness that we all are. So maybe just let your awareness just drop a little inward, back and down. As you just let your awareness come into your breath. As you begin to let that breath just hold you, carry you, fill you, support you. And as you notice your breath without controlling the breath, just start to notice your posture here in space. Stacking your head, your heart, and your hips. And maybe just take that moment to draw the shoulders down, up, back, and down. And today, as we honor Memorial Day, which is tomorrow, I just wanted to create a class around it because there is so much that we have to just honor and remember with the soldiers that have fought for our country, the soldiers that have fought in other countries, the soldiers across the world, even just everything that's happening in our world. So today is a day of remembrance, as well as reminders for us to just continue to shine our lights as we remember shining the gifts that we've been given to help others to remember to do the same. So this morning when I was doing my devotional time, Psalm 77:11 stood out to me. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. And I found a great couple of great poems. So I'm going to start and end class with two different poems for Memorial Day. And this one was written by, I have to zoom in, Samuel Lombardo. This is Memorial Day. This is Memorial Day in our free of the land. It is because of those who sacrificed, whose graves you here to see. They fought in foreign lands and across the open sea and paid the ultimate price to keep you and I free. So put all things aside and honor this important day, which we have dedicated as our Memorial Day. So as we breathe that in and just remember, perhaps it feels right now to just start to begin to lengthen out that breath even just a little bit with that Ujjayi breathing. Breathing in and out through the nose. The wholeness of our breath as we remember. And as we breathe all of that in, if it feels right, you can just start to breathe in your heart's intention as you keep that deep, full breath. Feeling the expansion and softening. How do you wish to be today, tomorrow, as we celebrate Memorial Day? And the mantra, if you wish to come back to it, will be, I remember and honor. I remember and honor. So now just start to move the fingers around. If you're holding that mudra, just wiggle those fingers out. And let's slowly draw the hands to the heart and create that nice interlock with the heart as we seal that in, as we remember and honor. And we're just going to move a little bit through that back body. So slowly exhale, send the palms away, turn the thumbs down, let the head drop down. And then inhale, draw the hands to the heart. I remember and honor. Exhale, soften, expand, soften the thumbs down, look down. Inhale, draw the hands to the heart. One more time, just like that. And then we're going to switch our grip. So slowly exhale, push the palms away. Feel the openness through the back of the heart. And then slowly draw the hands back to the heart and just notice which index finger's on top. And now slowly expand those arms open as we allow that remembrance and honor to just move through all the way to our fingertips. And then inhale, rise. Exhale, let the right hand soften down. We're going to switch the grip next. So let's just move and open the side body first. Inhale, rise, reach hand high. Let the other hand soften down. Let the hips soften down. Inhale, rise. This time we're going to revolve. So slowly revolve, let the hands melt down. Just look to the side wall. Maybe look back over your shoulder. And now release only the gaze. Just let the gaze melt forward over the front shoulder. And now slowly unwind the body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, revolve the other way. Hands soften down. Continue to lift as you twist. And then slowly just release the gaze over the front shoulder. Now let's let the rest of the body return back forward. Inhale. And then exhale, melt the hands down. And then we're going to just switch the, oh wait, before we switch across, let's bring our hands in front of us. One is fold forward first, and then we'll switch the cross. So melt forward to whatever degree feels right and just spread the palms on the earth. Feel the fingers spread wide as we remember and honor with our hands on the earth. With our heads bowing down in reverence. And then slowly inhale, slowly walk your hands back, stack the head last, and then just switch the cross. So bring that other foot in front. And now let's draw the hands back to the heart and try to switch the interlock. So now the opposite index fingers on top. It should feel a little awkward. Draw the hands to the heart. Slowly exhale, turn the palms down, away, turn the thumbs down, look down. Let the back body round here. Inhale, draw the hands to the heart. I remember and honor. Exhale, soften, turn the palms away. One more time, inhale, drawing the hands to the heart. Or last time, we're going to reach forward. Exhale, turn the palms away. And now draw the hands back to the heart. Inhale, I remember and honor. And now expand your arms to the letter T as you look high. Let it extend to your fingertips. It's all parts of you remember and honor. And then inhale, draw the gaze to the horizon, reach the hands high, and then let the right hand soften down. Expand the side body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, let the other hand soften down. Reach over. And now inhale, rise. Slowly revolve. Let the hands soften down. And now slowly unwind, return back forward, look high or look forward, and then exhale. Let the hands soften down the other way. Oh, penny. And now slowly unwind, return back forward. Now exhale, melt the hands down, fold forward, gently let the body melt and walk forward as the hands reach forward as you spread the palms, spread the fingers. Perhaps it might feel good to just shake your head out, whatever feels right, maybe no, maybe yes. And now walk your hands back in space, slowly let the head come up last. And then we're gonna find a nice tall seated position. So let's lengthen out both of those legs. You can keep yourself up on that blanket. If you need to adjust the seat, go ahead. And let's really flex the feet. We're gonna find our staff pose, so our nice tall seated pose. So press the palms into the earth outside of the hips. Breathe here as you feel the length through the legs, feel the toes turning to the sky. Perhaps spread the toes. And now slowly turn the fingertips back in space. We're just going to start to hinge at the hips, lead with the heart. Just a gentle fold forward, nice tall spine. Soften the knees as much as you need here. So when it feels right for you, you can start to walk your hands forward. Let the knees be as soft as they need as you fold gently forward. And just start to let that exhale begin to lengthen out the back of your legs as you let all parts of you remember and honor. So now take your time, slowly walk your hands back up, sitting tall. And then we're going to draw that left knee in or right knee in. Sorry, let's draw the right knee in. Either keep the foot there in front of your hip or cross it. We're ultimately all going to end with our leg crossed over that other thigh. So now reach that left hand out. We're going to slowly revolve, wrap that forearm around that knee, and then drop that other hand down behind you. Let that spine lengthen out as you twist and lift. Feel that deep, full breath as the belly expands and presses into the thigh. And just breathe through that outer hip. And now notice the extended leg. Continue that flexion through the foot. And now slowly unwind, return back forward. We're going to do something a little different today. So now glue that left hand down behind you. We're going to slowly pivot that extended leg onto the side foot and come into our side plank with that foot on the earth. That right foot's on the earth. The left outer edge of the foot is on the earth. We've got a supported side plank here. So now slowly lower the hips back down. Let the body come back down and turn back forward. And then we'll uncross that right leg, and then we'll slowly draw that left heel in, maybe across or in front of the hip or cross it over. So now sitting up nice and tall, let's reach that right arm out, wrap it around that leg, and then inhale that left arm high and then drop it down behind you, slowly revolve. As we bring out those inner organs, we remember and honor. Now notice that extended leg, checking in on the foot as the foot flexed. So now slowly unwind, return back forward. So now let's move that right hand down behind us, kind of like our kickstand. And then we're going to gently turn the right foot so it's resting on the outer edge. Slowly lift the hips, lift the arm. So now that left foot is on the earth, totally grounded, supporting you in that side plank. You always have the option to come down to your forearm if that wrist is ever bothering you. So slowly let the hips soften down, return back to your seat, uncross the legs. And then we're just going to draw both feet in, crossing our feet at the ankles, and then gently come into our tabletop pose. So feel free to use your blanket under the knees. Or let's slowly draw the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's just turn our palms out. So now the palms are facing the long edge of the mat, the fingertips. And just gently rock a little side to side. Just moving through those shoulders. And now draw your body back to the center. Let's just release those wrists a little bit. So turn the palms back forward. And then we're just going to flip one palm at a time, just turning the fingertips back towards your knees, resting on the back of the palm. And then slowly release that hand and switch the other hand. So now flip the other palm so the fingertips are pointing towards the knees, resting on the back of the palm. Now one more release for those forearms. So now slowly flip the wrists, flip the palm, and now flex the feet. We're going to slowly turn the palms away from us, turning them to whatever degree feels right. So now the forearms, the inner edge of the wrists are pointing to the front edge of the mat. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you just have a gentle lean back, a very gentle lean back to just expand the forearms. Whatever feels right. Breathe here. And now gently turn the fingers back. Take your time, nice and slow. And then we're going to move through that back body. And today we're going to do that infinity sign with our body. So slowly make that figure 8 with your shoulders and your hips. Let that mid back body just move a little bit with you. And then we're going to start to expand that a little bit more. We're just making that infinity sign, reminding us that we all go on forever. We carry the spirits with us as we remember them. So now still your body. Make any adjustments and then just start to move that back body up and down. So feel free to just adjust the feet if you want to start to move the feet, or just release the feet, the top sides of the feet to the back edge of the mat. Just let the feet relax, or you can just let the feet follow your cat-cow movement. Let's do just 2 more here. And then let's come back and we'll still our back. So now we're going to add on. Let's send that right leg back in space. Let the toes be on the earth. And then we're going to slowly draw the right toes over to the left corner edge and just look over that left shoulder. And now slowly return the gaze down to the mat. Draw the right toes behind the left foot and just pivot the foot. So now it's parallel with the short edge of the mat, and then draw that right arm up as you just kickstand that left knee open. So now let's start to flow through that arm, circle that arm around all the way, circling it back down and around. So still having our support here for that side plank. We'll continue to add on one more time around, and then let the hands soften down, slowly return the toes back behind the hip. So now the right toes are aligned with the hip. Let's slowly lift, hover that left knee, pause, breathe here, engaging the core. Always know you can come down to your forearms. You might have to come into that full plank though. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep turning the elbow creases forward. And now exhale, soften the knee, and then soften that right knee down. So now let's go to the left side. So let's send the left toes back. We're going to draw the left toes to the right corner edge and look over that right shoulder. Now slowly release the gaze back to the mat. Slowly begin to draw the left toes in alignment with the right foot and knee, and then slowly inhale, draw that left arm up. Feel free to kickstand that right knee open a little bit. Nice solid support. Now let's start to flow with that left arm, circling it back down and around. I remember and honor. Grab one more time around with that arm. And then let the hand float down, pivot the hips so they're parallel with the edge of the mat, with the bottom of the mat, and then draw the left foot back behind you, align with the hip. Anchor in those palms, make any adjustments, and then get ready to hover the right knee above the earth. Breathe here. Keep looking down at your mat. Breathe in that strength, that power that is within you. And now exhale, soften the knee, soften the left knee, and then sink your hips back, come into your child's pose. And let's breathe in a little more expansive space through those wrists as we slowly come to our teepee hands, lifting the palms, anchoring the fingertips in. So now let the palms melt down. We're going to slowly inhale forward into our kneeling plank. We're going to do a little tricep work here. So hands are still underneath the shoulders. Engage the core. Now slowly bend the elbows back as you lower the chest down and then back up. So let's just do those tricep push-ups here. Doing as many as you'd like to do. You can come to the mat at any point. That way the elbows are stacked right over the wrist as you're doing these tricep push-ups. Maybe one more and hover if you can. And then let all parts of your belly soften down. Let's slowly draw the elbows underneath the shoulders. Just walk the hips back. Let the feet walk back in space. And let's just breathe here as we feel the hips rooting in and feel the belly expanding, feel the heart expanding. And just slowly look over one shoulder at a time as you exhale. Inhale brings you forward, exhale, look over the other shoulder. One more time each way. This is a great stretch to do first thing in the morning, just to awaken the back body, awaken the front body. So now come back to the center. We're going to keep those elbows right underneath us. I said we were adding on, so flex the feet, lift the hips off the earth, ground the knees. So maybe you stay here, or maybe you lift the knees. So we're going to slowly turn that left forearm parallel with the front edge of the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulder. Slowly pivot both feet and draw that right hand high. So if you need more support, let that bottom leg, let the knee bend and find your support. So now we're just going to slowly lower the hips down and up. So just gentle hip drops. Working those oblique muscles. Maybe 2 more. And then lower the right hand down. Just bring it parallel with the front edge of the mat. Turn your hips back forward. Breathe here. And then switch sides. Turn the feet. Slowly lift the left arm. Breathe here. Feel free to lower that bottom leg, that knee down. And then if you'd like to join me, we'll do those hip drops. Slowly soften the hips and lift the hips. And us women, we do have heavier hips, so we just have a little extra work to do. More resiliency, more strength that we carry from the wisdom of our wombs. Maybe 2 more. Slowly still, slowly return the left forearm down. Pause, breathe here. And then soften the knees down. Relax the hips, release the feet, turn the forearms back, forward. So now they're making that number 11. Let's just soften the belly again, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And now slowly melt your way back down to the mat. Open those elbows. Just rest here for a moment on your side of your face, your forehead, tucking the chin towards the chest, whatever feels right. As we remember and honor the soldiers that came, that fought for the US, that fought for the world, that allowed us to be free. You can keep the gaze looking that way or gently just flip the gaze to balance out the neck. Look the other way. And just see if you can find a little more softness, a little more ease. And now gently turn the forehead down to the earth, tuck the chin. Draw the hands under the shoulders, elbows pointing up to the sky. Flex the feet. You can press right back into child's pose. We're going to come up into down dog, so you can also go to puppy dog. So maybe start to lift the knees, lift the hips, pressing up and then back, however you wish to get there into your down dog or puppy dog. And then just start to march, pedal out those legs, find even more length to the back of the legs. See if you can just gently pull those shoulders back and down as if you're plugging them into your back pockets. Now subtly just start to pull those low ribs in as the navel reaches to the spine as you lift the hips high. So now let's take this moment to pause. We're going to do a little balance. So this is optional. If this isn't for you, that's okay. So send the weight through the left hand, just reaching the right hand back to the thigh, looking under the left arm. You need to go to child's pose. And then release the right hand back. And then slowly shift the weight to the right hand, lift the left hand, reach back for the thigh, the right outer thigh. Look under the right arm. Now exhale back, slowly soften the knees. Look between the hands. You can step, hop, walk, however you wish to get there. Get to the front edge of your mat. Nice soft hop if you're jumping. And then let's hang like a baby here. Hang like we're rocking a baby, I meant. And just wrap the forearms with the hands on the elbows. Let gravity work here as your belly softens to the thighs. So when you're ready, just let the hands unfold. We're going to slowly come to our active back extension. Inhale, fingertips to the shins, L-shaped body. Exhale, fold down forward. Let's slowly begin to roll up. Slowly stack the head last, rolling up, and then inhale, let the hands come up. Hands melt down through the center. Now take our inhale, rise, let the hands rest alongside of the hips, turning the palms forward into our mountain stance. Let's do our little forward rock and back with our feet rocking forward and back to anchor in our feet. And then once you feel like you're anchored in with the four corners, start to lift the toes, spread the ball mounts of the feet, and then start to anchor in pinky toe all the way down to the big toe, one at a time to the best of your ability. Now lift the inner arches, feel the inner thighs spiral in, back and down. Now feel the pelvis reach up to the navel. And pause here as you are fully rooted and anchored into this earth that we've been given, to this freedom that we have been given. And as we receive that, we slowly inhale, reach high, maybe a mini back bend, upward hand salute, gently lean back, look up, and then exhale, let's seal that down into the heart center. Slowly inhale, soften the arms outside of the hips. We're going to move into chair pose. So sink your hips back, reach the hands forward, breathe in that strength and that power. Soften the shoulders down, send the weight through the heels. Now exhale, soften the hands down, lift the hips forward, fold. Shake the head. So now we're going to revolve here. So we're going to just draw the right hand in front of the left foot, maybe inside edge of the left foot, softening both knees. Let's slowly expand from the earth to the sky with that left hand. And then slowly maybe lengthen out that left leg. Breathe here. Feel that beautiful breath expanding you from the earth to the sky. Keep that right knee nice and soft. And now we're going to keep our torso revolved. Just soften both knees. You might need to adjust the right hand so it's there underneath the shoulder. And then step the right foot back. So now we're here in our revolve low lunge. Breathe here. And then exhale, soften the hand down to meet the earth. So when you're ready, we're going to come on up. So really feel, make sure that rear foot's anchored in, the ball mount's anchored in. Maybe you come up to your fingertips. Maybe you just use those blocks. Maybe you reach the hands high. Turning those hips forward. Slowly circle those arms back and around. Just adding that little balance challenge with the movement of our arms. I remember and honor. So now slowly still those arms, reach them back high when it feels right. We're going to soften the hands down to the hips. This is going to be a challenge for our balance. So we're going to find our standing pyramid pose. So slowly lengthen out the front leg. Let the rear heel reach towards the earth. Hips are still shining forward. Breathe here. I know I feel the balance challenge as well. And now slowly soften, bend the front knee. Slowly soften, lower the hands down. Let's soften the rear knee down. Now that we have a little more support, relax the foot back in space. And then exhale, sink the hips back. So now let's take our inhale, shift the weight forward. We're gonna walk that left foot in front of the right hip. So slowly walk, heel toe the left foot in front of that right hip, in front of the right knee. Keeping it where it's at, and then exhale, sink the hips back again, walk your hands to where they wanna go, and maybe flex the foot. So now send the breath through that IT band there on that left thigh, through the back of the hamstring as well. So if it feels good and the toes are turned up, you can gently turn the toes out to the left. Now turn the toes back up, shift the weight back forward. We're gonna heel toe the foot open. So now let's walk both hands to the inside edge of that left foot and heel toe the left foot out to the outer edge of the mat. So now flexing through that right foot, lift that right knee. Let's do our dynamic lizard here, circling those hips. Let's create a little more space through those hips. Just do that side circle. And now reverse that circle. And now start to still the hips. You can soften that rear knee down, relaxing the foot back. See if you need support under that rear knee. So you can stay upright here. Maybe you grab your blocks, you walk them in underneath your hands. Maybe you stay up, or maybe you soften down to the elbows. I know you guys know all the options, but I'm going to still review them anyway. So you can keep that knee stacked right over that ankle. Or maybe you roll to the outer edge of the foot. Maybe that left hand comes to the inner edge of the knee as you just peel that knee open. You can always come down lower to the earth if it feels right for you. So we'll just be here for a few more breaths as we let those hips open. As we remember and honor here. Always know if you need to back off, you can always have the option to just send the hips back, lengthening out the front leg. So take just another full deep breath here as we remember and honor. And then slowly come back to the hands, take your time. And then we're going to shift the hips back one more time, maybe flex the front foot. You can move those blocks off to the side now. So now walk your hands back forward. So let's flex that rear foot. We're going to heel toe the left foot back into alignment with the hip, and we can frame that foot now. So when you're ready, we're going to take that big step forward, press off the right toes, come back into your standing forward fold. Maybe once again, shake the head, maybe wrap the hands on the elbows, rock it out. Decompress the spine. Now soften the hands down to meet the earth. Let's slowly begin to just inhale, back to back extension. And then maybe reach the hands to the hips or out to the letter T, soften the knees, inhale, rise. Let the hands melt down to the heart. We're gonna take that right foot and we're gonna kind of do like our curtsy lunge. So we're gonna step the right foot behind the left foot. So it's almost like we're on a balance beam. And then lower the left hand down, reach the right hand high. Breathe here. And now slowly exhale, lower the right hand down. Let's step the foot back to the front. And let's take our inhale, upward hand salute. Mani back bend if you'd like. As we remember and honor. And then slowly melt the hands down to the heart center. Let's rock forward and back a few times. We're gonna find our mountain stance to stand in that honor and reverence pose. So slowly let the feet anchor in. Inhale, lift the hands, let the hands rest alongside the hips with the palms forward. So now once the feet are rested in, lift the toes again, spread the ball mounts of the feet. This time slowly lower the big toe to the pinky toe. This is much harder. Take your time, one toe at a time. I know mine start to fall all down. And then lift the inner arches, spiral the inner thighs in, back. Lift the pelvis up to the navel. Now feel your feet rooting in. And now as we are rooted into the core of the earth, feel those roots spread far, deep, and wide. And then we're going to sit back into a chair. So just starting to sink our hips back, reach our hands forward, send the weight through the heels again. Breathe here. Feel like, see if you can soften the shoulders a little bit more. And then exhale, melt the hands down, forward fold. Shake that head out. Now we're going to get that other side in. So now we'll take the left hand and bring it inside edge of the right foot. Soften both knees. So as that left hand stays rooted in, slowly inhale, lengthen up that right hand to the sky as you lengthen out that right leg. Feeling that honor and reverence move from the earth to the sky, from those that came before us to those that will go after us. I remember and honor. Now soften that right knee. You might need to move the left hand a little bit underneath the shoulder. Slowly bend that right knee, step the left foot back, and just make any adjustments with that left hand. Finding that revolve pose. So now exhale, soften the hand down to meet the earth. We're going to slowly peel ourselves up. So really anchor in that rear foot. Maybe use your blocks, maybe not. Come up to the thigh, maybe come up to the sky. Stack that knee over the ankle. Breathe here. Turn the hips forward. And maybe you start to circle those arms to add that balance challenge. This time we'll circle forward, back and around. I remember and honor with every part of me. All the way around. One more time. And then let the hands reach high. So if you need to, let the hands come down to the earth. We're going to do that standing exalted pyramid pose. So let the hands melt down to the hips, squaring those hips forward. Slowly lengthen out the front leg. Use whatever support you need. Lower that rear heel down. Breathe here. Now slowly exhale, soften the front knee, slowly lower the hands, melt them down, and then we'll lower that rear knee down. Relax the foot. Exhale, sink the hips back. Breathe here. So now take your inhale, shift the weight forward. Let's heel toe the right foot in front of the left knee, left hip. And then exhale again, sink your hips back. Maybe flex the foot. Turn the toes up to the sky. I remember and honor as you breathe through that outer IT band. So you can stay there or gently turn the toes out to the right. Now turn the toes back to the sky, slowly shift the weight back forward. We're going to heel toe the foot back into alignment and then walk both hands to the inside edge of the right foot and then heel toe the foot to the outer edge of the mat. Now let's lift up that left knee, flex the foot, lift the knee. Let's do our dynamic lizard as we circle those hips around. They're nice lateral circles. And then pause and gently reverse your circle the other way. And now pause again. And when you're ready, soften the rear knee down. Get whatever support you may need. So maybe you grab your blocks so you have a little bit more height underneath you. Maybe you stay right there, or maybe you start to surrender down. And once again, do those things that you wish to do. Maybe roll the foot to the outer edge, let the knee fall open, maybe even use the right hand to peel open, or just stay there. Let your breath move into all of those tight, sticky spaces so you can let go. I remember and honor, even in the discomfort, knowing that we will be with them in the pain. And we'll just be here for a few more breaths, wherever you want to be. When it feels right for you, we're going to come on up. So take your time, slowly come on up, inhale up, keep the knee stacked over the ankle, and then exhale, sink the hips back. You can move the blocks off to the side, framing your mat, maybe flex the front toes. And then slowly shift your weight forward again. Flex or heel toe that right foot back into alignment. Lift up that left foot or knee, and then step forward into your forward fold. Breathe here. And then let's slowly begin to roll up. Take your time. Hands can come up to the thighs, rolling up into your standing mountain stance. Hands come to the heart. Let's step the left foot like we did before in a curtsy lunge, kind of. Step the left foot behind the right foot so you're on that balance beam. Lower the right hand down, lift the left hand high. Now slowly exhale, step the foot forward, mountain stance, inhale, upward hand salute, final time. Pinkies draw towards one another. Exhale, melt the gaze down to the heart as the hands float down to the heart. Inhale, swan dive, forward fold, soften the knees, hinge at the hips, lead at the heart. Let's slowly squat down as we bend, coming into our broken toes. And then sink our heels back, coming onto our seat. And now, final thing here, let's do our boat pose. So let's lift the spine, lift the navel to the spine, maybe gentle lean back with a nice tall spine, and find your boat. Find this last little bit of strength. So here in boat pose, you have the option to join me or stay here. Just gently touch one toe down at a time. Last one, tap in each toe. So maybe you let the feet come down, or maybe you just roll back. You choose and find your nice long position on the mat. Let your body stretch long, far, and deep. And now just spread the arms to the letter T. Slowly soften, bend the knees, and draw the knees into the chest, and maybe just rock. You can keep those arms long for now. And then we're gonna just gently revolve here, just to release that spine one last time. So still the knees, slowly let the knees fall left, let the gaze fall right. Let the shoulders anchor you here and breathe. Inhale, draw the gaze up, draw the knees up, let the knees fall to the right, gaze falls to the left, and breathe and be here. One more full breath here, opening to the side, revolving. And then as you inhale, draw the gaze up, draw the knees up, take your last pose here, rock, roll with the knees, or maybe find your happy baby. Get that last back body release so you can surrender to that earth beneath you. As a sign of remembrance and honor of all the soldiers that came, that fought for us. So now draw your body into a ball. So let go of whatever you're holding on to. Draw your body into a ball. Draw the head to the knees, knees to the nose. From the seeds that we once came from, let's emerge and lengthen out. And now just find your nice comfortable resting position as we move into Shavasana, into that corpse pose. So let all the rest of us just soften and surrender down. As we breathe in, I remember and honor. And as you remember and honor, I will close with this final poem, Requiem by Lenore Henrik. Let our songs rise sweet and gently for soldier gone who once were here. Let the music whisper softly for this flowering springtime of the year. Those for whom we offer song on this Memorial Day. Once were young and laughing too, yet now they have fallen away. From the towns and from the farms, light of heart the soldiers came. Each one wore upon his or her brow a tall yet invisible flame. To the sound of forceful horns, the soldiers swiftly marched away. They marched to beating of the drums, and they knew they had but to obey. So today, let songs be soft and sweet for this flowering springtime of the year. We sing for those who once were young, and once were happy, and once were here. We remember and honor as we rest here.
With a nice deep breath, just starting to come back as you breathe in, sealing in this energy and this remembrance. Just take another breath just like that, slow and deep, feeling the belly rise. And just gently rock your head, shoulder to shoulder, drawing the chin shoulder to shoulder. And then when you're ready, just start to move the rest of the body, bring the head to the center and maybe bend the knees. Move the fingers, move the wrists, move the toes. And then we'll just draw whichever arm up that we wish to roll on that side and just roll to the side to let that arm support our head. Let that top arm just rest, hand rest in front of us. Gently look down towards the hand and the heart. As we remember and honor, we take that with us as we move to our day. So slowly press the palm into the earth. Gently find your way up into a nice seated pose. Take your time, move your fluff out from underneath your bottom. And let's just soften the hands down outside of the hips. Take a breath here. And then gently flip the palms. As we seal that in, I remember and honor, drawing the hands up over the head, drawing them together, let them melt down through the center, passing the mind, the words, and into the heart. Thumbs reach to the heart, heart reaches for the thumbs, and now melt the gaze down to meet the heart. I remember and honor. And I'm wishing you guys all a blessed Memorial Day. As we slowly lift our head, open the eyes, and say namaste. Thank you guys.